welcome to class 7 of our 3x3 9-class progression. Today is our short inversion advanced practice. So it'll take 15 to 20 minutes to work up to handstand. You won't need any props, but your mat and yourself. So grab those two things and we'll get started. So today we're going to begin with a nice wrist warm-up. It's very important if you're going to do handstands. So come into tabletop pose. Find your wrists stacking on your shoulders, your knees stacking under your hips. And then we're just going to take some circles here. Moving through all the nooks and crannies of our wrists here. Get everything warmed up. Then move to the opposite direction. Couple in this way. And then face your fingertips outwards, your palms or your wrist creases facing each other, and we'll move from side to side. Lots of nice wrist extension here. And then face your wrist creases forward, your fingertips back behind you or towards your knees. Tuck your toes and then just lean everything back. The palms can lift from the mat. Couple here. One more big forearm stretch. And then place the back of your hand onto the mat. Fingertips facing each other, and we'll do side to side again. Good, find your neutral tabletop. And then can you, from here, try to lift your fingertips up so it's very active as well. Straighten your elbow all the way. Even if your fingertips don't lift, feel like they can. So have that energy go in that direction, and we'll switch sides. So one side for me is better than the other. I can't lift my fingertips at all on this side, but the point is that I'm trying. Good, release that one. We'll do one more on each side. So straighten your left elbow. Try to pull your fingertips up off the mat. Actively. Good, release. Lift those right fingertips up with a straight elbow and release. Good, find your way standing at the top of your mat. We're going to move into a handstand shape from the very beginning. So feet are more narrow than hip width apart. You're going to create kind of a hollow body shape with your arms overhead. So again, your elbows are straight, your palms are facing to the sky, and you're kind of scooping your tailbone under. So take an inhale here. Exhale here. Now sit into chair pose, hands behind your head. Inhale, butterfly your elbows out. Exhale, around and curl everything in. Inhale, lift your right knee towards the sky. Exhale, extend your right knee. Bottom sole of the foot faces forward. Release. Inhale, left knee to sky. Exhale, straighten your left knee. Working into some of this hip flexor work and core compression as well. So inhale, handstand shape. Exhale, hold. Inhale, chair pose. Butterfly your elbows up to the side. Exhale, round everything in. Inhale, right knee to the sky. Exhale, straighten. And then release. Inhale, left knee, stork pose. Exhale, straighten. And release. One more time through this little vinyasa. Inhale, handstand pose, nice and strong. Exhale, ribs knit into your spine. Chair pose, hands behind your head. Inhale, expand through your chest. Exhale, round everything in. Inhale, stork pose on the right. Exhale, extend that knee and release it down. Inhale, left knee to the sky. Exhale, straighten it and release it down. Now pinch your hands, step back to downward facing dog. Take a few breaths just to find your shape here, getting a little warmed up through the hips. You can pedal out your knees, melting one heel towards the mat and then the other. Now recommit to your shape in your hands. So let's widen our fingertips, root down through all 10 knuckles, create kind of a suction cup through your hand, your Asta Bandha. Tuck your toes and send your hips high. if you had to readjust. And then we're gonna walk to the top of our mat. Heel to toe if possible. So left heel to toe, right heel to toe. A lot of compression through your hip flexors and your core. One more. Then we're gonna walk it back. So your biceps should be framing your ears and hugging in towards each other the whole time. Your core should be engaged, your shoulders strong. Now inhale, lift your right leg high, and exhale, find kind of a scorpion shape. So you're gonna bend your right knee, bring your toes towards your head, and your head up towards your toes. So inhale here, exhale, melt your chest to the mat. Inhale, step it forward for a runner's lunge, right foot between the palms. And then exhale, we're gonna find a runner's lunge, down dog kind of hybrid. So you'll still stay grounded through both feet and just kind of push your hips up. So the right knee is still bent. Your left foot is at a 45-degree angle. Your right toes are pointing straight ahead. Good, now rotate onto the ball of your left foot. Inhale, high lunge. Arms sweep overhead. And exhale, straighten into your right knee as you bend into your left. And hover your left knee off the mat. Good, find a forward flex with the trunk, keeping your legs where they are. And then back up again. Good, now find arrowhead. So inhale, sweep the arms behind you, nice lunge position. Trunk is at an angle. And exhale, warrior two. Inhale, arrowhead. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, arrowhead lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Good, plant your hands. Step back to downward facing dog. Walk it out for a breath. And then we'll do it again. So this time, right foot steps first, heel to toe to the top of the mat. Nice and slow. Push your palms firmly into the mat. Straighten through your elbows. A couple more steps. Whatever you can do. And then walk it back again. Good. From down dog, inhale, lift your left foot high. Exhale, find your scorpion-like shape. Inhale, stay, reach a little further. Exhale, melt your chest to the mat, bend into your right knee as well. Inhale, step left foot forward between the palms for runner's lunge. Pulling your chest through your shoulders, and then exhale, rotate onto the heel of the back foot and find this down dog, bent knee variation. Stay for a breath. Nice big exhale. Rotate onto the ball of your right foot. Arms sweep up for high lunge. Inhale. And then exhale, straighten into your left knee, bend into your right knee. Hover your right knee off the mat. Nice balance challenge. Lean the trunk forward. And then rise it back up again. Good. Inhale finds arrowhead. So it's a lunge position with your trunk at an angle, your arms behind you. And then exhale, warrior two. Inhale, arrowhead. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, arrowhead. Exhale, warrior two. Plant your hands. Step back to downward facing dog. Lower your knees and let's take a child's pose. But in your child's pose, let's make it active. So your wrist is what's going to be pressing into the mat. Extend your fingertips towards your body and then wrap your outer armpits down. Elbows are straight. So you're creating kind of a handstand shape here as well. Couple of nice deep breaths. Good, release. Tuck your toes, send your hips high for downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend that knee. Bring your head, your back of your head and your toes towards each other. Inhale, stay. Extend your left knee and then exhale, bend your left knee, melt your chest down. Inhale, right foot steps between the palms, runner's lunge. Exhale, runner's lunge, down dog variation. Drop the back heel, straighten slightly into the front knee. Stay for a breath. And exhale. We forgot to do our walk-ups. All right, we'll do it next round. Good, and then come into high lunge. So sweep your arms overhead. And then straighten into your right knee, bend your left knee to hover it off the mat. Fold your trunk forward, get a nice active hamstring stretch through the back of the right leg, and then trunk comes back to parallel. Good, arrowhead lunge on the inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Arrowhead lunge on the inhale. Exhale, warrior two. One more time. Warrior two. Plant your hands, step back to downward facing dog. And we're gonna do 2 walk-ups since we missed the first round. So let's lead heel toe with the left foot first, and then the right foot. Walk it forward. Pressing the palms into the mat, staying strong through your shoulder blades, and then walk it back again. Nice and slow. Compressing your thigh in towards your belly with each step. And we're gonna do an extra one. So walk the right foot forward, heel to toe. Everything should be squeezing and working really hard right now. Good, and then walk it back. Find your way to downward facing dog. Inhale, 3-legged dog on the left. Exhale, bend your knee and lift your head high. Inhale, stretch further. Exhale, melt your chest, bend your right knee. Inhale, step forward to runner's lunge. Exhale, runner's lunge, down dog variation. Drop the back heel, straighten slightly into your front knee. Inhale, stay. Exhale, stretch. Inhale, high lunge, arms overhead, ball of the right foot. Exhale, straighten into your left knee, hover your right knee. Fold at the torso, keep your balance. Good, and then back up again. Might not be very much. Inhale, arrowhead lunge. Exhale, warrior two. 2 more with your breath. After warrior two, frame your front foot, step back to downward facing dog, and then lower onto your knees. Send your arms out in front of you for that really active child's pose again. So by pressing our wrists into the mat and wrapping our outer armpits down, we're stretching into our lats, finding a little more space in the shoulders. And then by actively extending our fingers, we're just finding a little more of a healthy way to stretch. You won't get as far as if you were to do this, but it's good to work up to an active variation of a pose. Good. Now take a passive child's pose for a moment. Rocking, swaying the hips from side to side. Just catching your breath. One more core drill and then we'll work in a handstand. So swing your legs out long in front of you. Find your sit bones underneath you. Nice tall spine. And then place your fingertips kind of to the side and behind you. Flex through your toes. On your next inhale, engage your core, pull your thigh in towards your belly, lift your right heel off the mat. Exhale, release. Inhale, other side, lift the left heel up. Exhale, release. And then inhale, straighten your spine. I like to place my fingertips a little more in front of me for this one. And lift both feet up. Exhale, release. You might be shaking like me. Give the legs a little massage here. It's a lot of work into the hip flexors. We'll do that again. So hands behind you or in front of you, whatever's more comfortable. Root through your sit bones, lift the crown of your head high. Inhale, flex those right toes, pick up your right heel. Exhale, release. Inhale, left foot lifts. Exhale, release. And then inhale, both legs lift. Exhale, release. Good job. All right, we're gonna move into our handstands now. So let's find downward facing dog. Take your time, find your shape. A couple of variations we'll do here. And you know, just gotta say, some days your handstands are really good and sometimes they're not. So don't get frustrated with yourself. Don't think you're a failure, just keep working at it. It comes with strength and balance and just repetition, but also some days are just better than others, so keep that in mind. So from down dog, you're gonna lift your right leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, tiger curl, right knee to right elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. And then we're gonna take a handstand hop and land back on the left foot again. So hop it up and back down. And hop it up again and back down. On this last one, if you wanna find some air, go ahead and do that. And back down whenever you're ready. Take your time. If you caught your handstand, great. Hang out there for a few seconds. The rest of us, let's just hang out in down dog or child's pose. If you're in your handstand, go ahead and release. Find your way to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee to left elbow, tiger curl. Inhale, three-legged dog, and we'll find 3 hops. So bend into your right knee, bring your ribs towards your thigh. Look forward, send the weight forward. Good, back down. Another hop. Back down, and on this last one, if you want to catch a few seconds, go for it. Land on that same foot. Find your way into child's pose whenever you're ready. Take your time. Regather your breath, recenter, slow everything down. We're not done yet, but don't rush this process. If you need to pause the video, that's totally fine. Extend your arms long, find downward dog again. And then this time we're gonna work into switching the feet in midair. So whatever leg you push off from, keep that leg high and then land on the opposite leg. So from down dog, inhale, three-legged dog, lift the right leg high. Exhale, knee to elbow, tiger curl. Inhale, lift it high. And then we're gonna push off the left foot, but land on our right foot. Good. Now push off the right foot, land on the left foot. Good, and one more if you want to catch air on this last one, go for it. Land on the opposite foot. Find your way, take your time, get into child's pose. Also, if you're just starting out with handstands, and this is your hop, that's a great start. So don't feel discouraged by any means. So take a few deep breaths in child's pose. One more time through this, just the other leg. So find your downward facing dog. Lift your hips high. On your inhale, three-legged dog, lift the left leg high. Exhale, tiger curl, left knee to left elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. And then we're gonna switch feet in midair. So push off the right leg. Land on the left. Push off the left leg. Land on the right. And then last one, push off the right leg. Hold it for a few seconds if you can. Take an extra just for fun if you want. And then find your way into a really passive child's pose. The last thing we're gonna do before our final stretch is just play around with balance, or lifting up through both legs, pushing off from both legs at the same time. So it's more of a tuck shape. We're gonna bend our knees. Let's go through it together. So find down dog. Look ahead of you, bend your knees. If you're looking at the top of the mat or between your hands, and then we're gonna tuck forward and kind of kick your heels in towards your glutes. as you stack your shoulders over your wrists. So try it a few times. Good. And then if you get to a nice tucked position, and if you want to extend your legs and find a handstand, go for it. That's awesome. Good. So pause the video, play around a little more if you want. Otherwise, let's slow down. Find a child's pose, a really narrow one. Knees touching, forehead on the mat, arms down by your side. So our inversion shape for this class was handstand, a really active, challenging one. Turning ourselves upside down, finding ourselves in kind of a precarious situation, but we all made it and we're safe, and maybe we learned a thing or two along the way. Let's take a little more of a passive inversion. So when you're ready, lift your body up, extend your legs long in front of you. We're going to move into shoulder stand. So scoot your bottom to the very front of your mat, or at least the middle. Now, this is similar to the plow pose that we did in our intermediate class. You'll tuck your knees in your chest, push your palms down into the mat, but this time, hug your elbows and your shoulders in towards your body, and then you're going to lift your feet up to the sky. Use your hands on the lower back. Keep extension, keep length through the back of the neck. And then for this pose, I always feel like you need to bring your hip points more forward and your heels more backwards than you think to find a nice alignment. Couple breaths here. Good, one more breath. And then slowly lower down. We're going to do waterfall pose. You have the option to place a block or bolster underneath your sacrum. Otherwise, let's just lift our legs to the sky. Let everything drain down. Now, if you do have your hips elevated, then that's also a nice inversion for you. You can bring your arms into it too. Excuse me. Lifting them up to the sky. And give everything a little shake. Bend and straighten whatever feels good, and then release your body into Shavasana. Just a few breaths here. Now either stay here longer if you can, or if you have to leave, then roll onto your side, come to a seated position, cross your legs, hands on your knees, one big inhale together, one big exhale. Hands at heart center, namaste. All right, I'm sweating, that was challenging. It's always fun to try to teach handstands while you're working on them yourself as well. So thank you for being patient. Thank you for joining me for this more advanced practice. If you have any handstand tips below, please let everyone else know. And then go ahead and like, subscribe, and share this video with anyone you think would enjoy it. And I'll see you guys next time.